Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to have a unboxing and review of the iPhone 6. So I just got this from FedEx and haven't got to open it yet, so I'm pretty excited, and I thought I would share this with you guys as well as a comparison to the iPhone 5S. So here's the box that it came in. Looks a little bit different than previous iPhone boxes. You can see it's just blank on top. They've got the silhouette of the iPhone now. And this is the 64 gigabyte iPhone 6 model for Verizon. And here's the box for the 5S, so you can kind of see just, a little bit different there. So without waiting anymore, let's get right into it. So we've got our unboxing knife here. Go ahead and cut the plastic. Pretty excited that I was able to get this delivered right to my door and I didn't have to wait in line, and I had to get up pretty early to pre-order it, and it all worked out. So here we go. So we'll open this right up. Alright, so there's the device. So we'll pull that out and set it to the side, and I did get the gold model, by the way. So inside the box is pretty typical. We've got our user's manual along with your Apple stickers, things like that. It's like you don't have the fingertips that they used to include, just a simple list of the buttons on the phone. No SIM ejector tool with this particular model, apparently. So we'll set that to the side. So of course you get your earpods. You got your wall adapter. And of course your lightning cable. So pretty standard, and of course what everybody wants to see is the phone itself. So here it is. First impressions, it's very, very thin, very light for its size. Feels great in the hand. So let's peel the plastic off here. There we go. Set that to the side. Now you can feel the round glass that they put on this, how it just flows right over the sides. Feels great. So in comparison to the 5S, you can see it's a good bit taller, but not terribly so. And of course screen wise it's quite a big difference. You can see a little bit better comparison there of the screen. Into the back. And the profile, a little thinner. The iPhone 5S was already a pretty thin phone, so not a major difference, but I definitely appreciated that they were able to pull that off. So of course there's a couple polarizing elements of this design that people have been talking about, like the plastic lines that separate the antennas on this particular phone. They don't look bad. On this phone they're actually a nice white color, and I actually like the contrast to the gold. Gold's still that same subtle color that was on the 5S. And the other thing, of course, is that camera housing. How it protrudes ever so slightly, which it really is minimal. It's a very slight protrusion, and I'll take that any day for a better camera. So let's see if we've got any juice here. Let it power up. So I definitely had to battle between getting this and the 6 Plus, and so far I think this is probably going to be the right size. Just from holding this, fills up my hand pretty nicely, and I'm sure the 5.5 inch model would be a bit too much. I've had all of the Galaxy Note models in the past, and while it was great to have the larger screen size, it was a bit of a handful to have to carry around everywhere you went. So I'm going to pause the video. I'll come right back once I activate the phone, and we'll take a look at the user interface. Alright, so I gave the phone a quick charge, got everything updated from my iCloud account, so we're good to go here, and I've had a few minutes to kind of play around with the phone and be able to give you some first impressions. So one thing off the bat is just how light this phone is, In fact, to me, they're very similar, and I know there's some discrepancies in the weight officially, but between the two phones, they feel very similar in weight, and of course you get a much larger screen with the iPhone 6 versus the iPhone 5s, so definitely a plus to be able to go thinner and lighter and be able to increase the screen size significantly. So everything seems to be working pretty well. Love the screen. It's very bright. It's got great clarity. Of course, it's the same pixels per inch at 326 as the 5S. The 4.7 inch model is just slightly more than a 720p resolution, but everything looks nice and crisp on this screen. All of the apps seem to scale pretty well, so apps that haven't been updated yet, you can kind of tell that they're a little blown up, but it's not like the transition from the 4S to the 5 where we had the black bars or anything like that. With some of the software behind the scenes that Apple has implemented, all of the apps will scale up to fill the entire screen on the iPhone 6, so you don't have that concern. And as developers come through and update their apps, they'll be able to fit more content on the screen. So right now, most of the apps just display the same amount of content as what's on the 5 and the 5S, just blown up slightly to be able to fit the screen. So works fairly well. Like I said, no real hitches. The phone is very smooth, runs great. Can go into, say, the camera app, take a look at that. So if you played around with iOS 8 at all before today on a 5S or a similar device, it's pretty much the exact same. So there's not a lot of model specific options that are just for the iPhone 6 in any of the apps. So it's very similar, but everything runs smoothly like it should. Really glad to be able to have this device, and once I get some time to play around with it, I'll post a follow-up video just to talk about anything that is really outstanding about the phone or that I'm having an issue with. And if you have anything at all that you'd like to know about it, just hit me up in the comments, ask me a question, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, everybody.